Surprise! One of the largest leftoid streamers in the world, in fact, the second largest political streamer on Twitch, Hasan Piker, who celebrates when conservatives are physically harmed, who has preached to his legions of 14-year-old followers that, attacking people they disagree with is a good thing. He also allegedly, and I'll show you what's going on in these videos, you'll have to be the judge for yourself, hurts his dog. Why did he hurt his dog? Well, because that dog dared move out of frame. He bought an expensive, purebred dog, and is not a dog person. I see this all the time. Dog people who aren't dog people getting dogs. And this guy, I'll show you several videos of his dog basically being suffocated by him having the dog's shock collar on way too tight. Anybody with a dog knows that you've got to be able to fit two fingers underneath the collar to make sure it's properly fit. You don't want it too loose because then they can shake it and get off leash, but you obviously don't want it that tight. You've got a guy that loves his shock collars. Now, again, shock collars are a controversial training tool. I think that, in my experience, positive reinforcement works far better than negative reinforcement. Source, I own 3 German Shepherds. I also had a Labrador before that. All 3 are trained reasonably well, I would say. They do sometimes do whatever they want, but they're 2, 3, and 4 years old. They're young puppies. I certainly didn't buy them so that they could be a prop on my set, like apparently Hasan Piker did. Now I'm going to show you the video that has everybody upset, and then back up the evidence as he is now scrambling to try and, pretend that she just caught her nail on something. This video was sent to me through our members Discord, by the way. So if you go to thequartering.com/join, get in that Discord. Our Halloween contests have started with lots of prizes, pumpkin contest. We'll do a creepypasta contest, all sorts of stuff. It's a very easy to use chat room. Hop in there, thequartering.com/join. First, let's look at Hasan, the actual incident. Hasan's dog, Kea, yelps after he appears to reach for something while telling her to get back in his place. Now, after this, he openly denies that she has a shock collar on, which I will, of course, show you that she, in fact, does have a shock collar on.
Of all of America's much more consequential.
Now, this is a crime the dog commits, by the way. The dog, which is there exclusively to be a set piece for him, dares to step off of her mat.
Okay? It's the same
reason
as to why America...
By the way, this dog is overweight. Let me tell you that. The dog is way overweight. I say this as a fat, but as somebody whose dogs are all physically fit, because I choose to eat garbage. Dogs can't choose what they eat. But that's, I'm not going to be that hard on people whose dogs are a little pudgy. My lab definitely got chonky at the end, but this dog is obese.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Look at that. He reached over here to grab her shock collar, which you can see her shock button, which you can see she is clearly wearing. And I will show you closer up images. And for the crime of stepping off her mat, she gets tased.
Just fucking go. Just stop. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Now, he claims that she caught herself on something. She definitely did not do that. Now, dogs, if you are a dog owner, sometimes they might yelp or freak out for no reason. It's not like it doesn't happen, but you can pretty clearly see this dog is not getting caught on anything when he shocks her. Just stepping.
Fucking go.
Look at that. The dog is not getting caught on anything. And I apologize for hearing this poor dog yelp, but I want to be very clear when I make this case. The dog is on hardwood floor, probably LVP vinyl floor, and flat-footed, and isn't touching anything, right? Nothing. And she gets zapped while lifting up her foot. he very clearly shocks this dog because the dog left the mat. Now, again, I will tell you about shock collars. I grew up in the country. I'm not some bleeding heart lib who's never owned a dog. I don't have a problem, especially with hunting dogs or if you have an aggressive breed. For example, I have 3 German Shepherds, as many of you know. They don't wear shock collars, especially in the house. The in-the-house shock collar thing is actually bonkers, okay? However, if I was taking my 110-pound German Shepherd to, say, the dog park or to a place where other dogs are and, I'm worried about it, I might consider having him wear a shock collar because sometimes their prey drive can kick in and it's for the safety of not just my dog, but other dogs. But I absolutely, positively would never shock my dog for, by the way, he's literally laying on the same bed Hasan has right now off camera. Now, I didn't buy my dog for a set piece or for a prop, but he clearly did. Now, he goes on later to pretend that it wasn't a shock collar. He says, I don't use shock collars. That wasn't a shock collar. Here he denies the use of the shock collar. Okay, she says she clipped herself on something, which is obviously not true. I've showed you the video.
To hear oral arguments on Thursday.
Oh my
we should
God.
Note that new CBS.
Is there like a fucking LSF video or something? Is that why there's like hella people coming in here and screeching?
So the clip goes on a popular Reddit of streamers doing loser activity, and people flood his thing saying like, why did you shock? Look, again, I don't think using a shock collar necessarily makes you a bad pet owner, but using it because your dog left the mat is wild. And I'm going to show you several other examples of him simply being a horrible pet owner.
Is that what's going on? Oh, classic.
He did, in my opinion,
It started on D, then H3, then LSF is the classic pipeline. I'm going to fucking die, dude.
He's so upset that people are mad.
I'm incredibly abusive to the not only best trained.
Is it the best trained?
But also the...
I bet you paid somebody to train him. I bet you didn't put in the work yourself. I can almost guarantee that much.
Best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
No, she didn't. We've seen the video. The dog did not. The dog did not. The dog absolutely did not. Of course, Ethan Klein then posts, horrifyingly cruel, caught on camera, Hasan as he activates her shock collar for one tiny step off her bed. Again, you have like a prey-driven dog, German Shepherd. You want to put a shock collar on there because you don't want it attacking another dog. I don't have any problem whatsoever with that. It's a level of safety that I use when my male dog is in public. He's exceedingly well trained, but there's certain things you just don't want to risk it. I've never had a problem with him in 4 years, but he has got into it with a male dog that wandered onto my property, and that dog barely survived. So I don't he's doing what he's supposed to do essentially, and so I don't it's just about staying safe. Of course, now he said I don't use shock collars. Here he says he doesn't use them.
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar.
I'm sorry, he says he does use them.
Fish and his dogs. For Fish and his dogs barking, I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
They are incredibly effective.
So is positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is very, very, very effective. And you can see here, his dog, you can see the green LED on the collar. It is very clearly a shock collar. Why does your dog have a shock collar on inside the house? If you want to put a shock collar on the dog, use it for training, use it for while you're outside. If they're off leash, you're worried about it. Again, I'm not as soft as some people. Other countries like the UK, I believe, have banned them. Again, if you use it properly for their safety and only in an emergency type scenario, or use the vibrate function instead of the shock function, which doesn't make them yelp. That's different.
In the same positive
You can see the
association
shock
with
collar
Israel.
right there.
So all this does
You
is breed
see it
resentment
blinking.
against Israel, and also depending on how.
Look at that dog is afraid of him. The dog is terrified. The dog just wanted some attention. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Looks like maybe a girl. He just stares at that poor dog and says, "Get back on your bed." You know. Here's Milo. Is he shocking that dog to keep it on screen? This dude's an effing psycho. LA Department of Animal Services investigation. He's not going to lose his dog for this. You know, I can only imagine what he's like with his girlfriends. You can tell a lot by a person by the way they treat their animals. I think that's very true. Tectone calling him out, calling him a piece of garbage. Again, more clips now surfacing that Hasan and his dog, it's worse and worse looking. Hasan doesn't even know how to put a collar on his dog. Look at this woman. She's very concerned that his dog is choking. And he's like, oh, well, she's got a lot of neck meat.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
You have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like,
Well, she's got a lot of neck meat, Hasan says.
it's 'cause she has a lot of neck meat.
That woman's not buying that. Again, a dog can both be spoiled and, you know, and suffer bad behavior. You know, here's Hasan. I don't give an ish if the dog is in pain and can't breathe. It's a dog.
It's just such a.
This is about him buying a purebred dog like a Frenchie where they have, or like a, you know, I don't know if pugs are purebred, but, you know, everyone knows they have breathing problems. And it's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't buy that dog because it's you know, promoting more inbreeding and more problems with that dog. He's like, I don't care. It's just a dog.
I just read a Vox article talking about how problematic they are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly fucking inbred. I don't give a shit. I know. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. This is a dog.
Yeah, it's just a dog. It's, you know, do whatever. By the way, Twitch is going to be having a hearing. I think it's probably Thursday or Friday, I think, this week. And the government has started to reach out. The government has actually started to reach out to people who have been reporting on Hasan, and they're going to be bringing it up at this congressional hearing.
Oh, I made this tweet, and believe it or not, someone in the government actually reached out to me and asked if I could actually provide evidence behind these bullet points. And I complied. They told me that they wanted to be prepared in regards to the hearing. So you're welcome for your service, America. So
Shout out to Nux Taku.
yeah. Again, I don't know if it'll mean anything or if it'll go anywhere, but they did reach out, and I was more than happy to assist in any way that I possibly can. I mean, I'm trying to keep America safe.
Yeah, thank you, Nux. Thank you, Nux. Absolute Chad. This is a guy, again, you know, he celebrates Republicans losing their life. He says landlords, you know, streets should run red with their blood, that, you know, he's called for the taking of lives of conservative leadership, and Twitch won't ban him. You know, he hit the shot collar button when she said that. Yeah. Yes, he did. You're a bad pet owner if you have to keep your dog, you know, unless it has horrible behavioral issues inside your house, to have a shock collar on your dog inside the house. That is the ultimate laziness. The shock collar is a tool, okay? You use it if you have to, or you have no other way to get your dog to kind of pay attention. They're high energy, high prey drive, something like that. I don't have a problem with people that use them. I have a huge problem with people that overuse them because they're lazy and they don't want to put in the work, which is exactly who Hasan Piker is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.